Hello and welcome to another administration update with Christopher Mitchell and Jason Ewals and our stack full of flowers here. Yes, Jason, the draft is over. The Browns once again did not have a first round pick. I'll be going to massage envy afterwards. Let's see, the Raiders, how do they do there?
Yeah, you know what? They didn't give up the farm for a quarterback, so I'm good. Okay. I'm good with that.
There you go. It is interesting though. Atlanta picking Penix.
Very much so.
Hey, what can I say when I guarantee my quarterback, the Cleveland Browns, such a large amount of money? Why can't the Falcons give their guarantee to their quarterback and draft a new one for their future? Hey, right. But I don't think we're here to talk. We're not the ESPN Ocho. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving here the admin update, and we've got some great updates for you for the month of May. And so, Jason, one of the things is the election is over. That helps us concentrate back on our normal work. But what were the results, Jay?
So yeah, Chris, great election. Very different election we've had in the past. We had a number of candidates, so that was good. The results were Bob Walter, Randy Robbins, and Don Day were the elected official or the elected board members this time around. Bob Walter still remains as president. Randy Robbins still vice president. Beverly Simmons still second vice president. Gary Burkle still the treasurer, and Don Day is the secretary.
Got it. Okay. So let me, right now, we have some food and beverage updates. You know, Jason, we're still the food and beverage directors on top of being the assistant general manager. Oh, and by the way, I think you have the recreation hat as well.
Yeah, well, the chef's hat looks good on you, Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How many jobs you got? I got 10 jobs. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Cinco de Mayo coming up. That is Sunday, May 5th. Yes, I'll be there. No, I will not be playing with the mariachis. I will be there just helping out the food and beverage team. There's a little flyer. Hernan, drop that into the video right now so people can see it. It is an all-you-can-eat buffet. Great Mexican food. $29.99 plus tax and gratuity. That will be on the veranda. There will be performance of mariachis at 12:30 to 2:30, and then the whole event will run from 11 to 3. Make sure you buy your tickets now at the Sandwich Bar and Grill. There will be no walk-ins. We won't accept last-minute people coming to the door to get in. Unfortunately, we have to plan of how much food we're going to need, and so with that, that's based on the ticket sales. So please get your tickets. It will be a ticketed event, and I want to thank Restaurant Lounge Committee. They're going to be helping with the monitoring and helping with the doors and hosting, along with myself and the food and beverage team. Then we have, and don't forget this, gentlemen, it is Mother's Day, Sunday, May 12th. We are going to have a Mother's Day brunch. Hernan, drop in the video the flyer for this. And ladies and gentlemen, you can find these flyers on our website, of course. We have Mother's Day brunch. It is 2 servings, or 2 seatings, I should say. You can get as many servings as you want at the brunch, but it are 2 seatings. The first one starts 10 and ends at 12, and the second seating will go from 1 to 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have great items on the menu here. We've got an omelet station. We've got a breakfast items, chicken, roast sole, sirloin roast, pit ham, turkey, salad and soup bar, pasta stations, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have miniature cakes. I feel like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We just got everything there. And so hope to see you there. Mother's Day. Now the ticket prices, adults are $49.95 plus tax and gratuity. Children 6 to 12 are $26.95 plus tax and gratuity. And children under 5 and under are free. Again, all sales are final. No refunds. Please get your tickets at the the Sandwich Bar and Grill. The ticket sales will stop May 8th. So come in, bring your mother down, or grandmother, or what have you, just to enjoy a great buffet. And so that's what's happening in food and beverage right now. We are still looking for a food and beverage director. We're going through the interview process, looking for candidates. It's been kind of slow, but we are still working on that. Jason, what other updates do you have for admin?
Well, first of all, I want to say, Chris, Chef puts on an amazing buffet.
Yes, he does.
I know this one will be no different than any of the past. Also, I know with Cinco de Mayo, mariachi, you may be thinking, well, that little 2-hour period doesn't add up to the whole event, but anybody who knows, mariachis on Cinco de Mayo are not cheap, and trying to get them there was hard in the first place.
Yes.
But we will have music throughout, so when they're not playing, we will have recorded music.
Yes.
So it's not just going to be quiet out there.
You know, I gotta thank you, Linda, Hernan, all tripped in to try to get these mariachis.
Yep.
And so,
No, Hernan did a great job. He got the contact. He's been in communication with them, and looking forward to it. So it should be good.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
So admin updates. First off, kind of coinciding with Cinco de Mayo, just a few days before is May 1st.
Yes.
May 1st, that is the opening of the pools, the outdoor pools.
Yes.
North Clubhouse pools, brand new, deck resurfaced, pool resurfaced, spa resurfaced.
Yes.
And then the main pool is just done a year ago, but it still looks amazing.
Yes.
So really looking forward to getting that out there. May 1st also is the start of our evenings on the veranda.
Yes.
So the first Wednesday of the month,
Yes.
Renee Rochinaro will be out there 5 to 8 p.m. We'll have food service. We'll have a portable bar. We'll have
The
a lobby
lobby
bar.
bar.
All that's going to be there for the residents' enjoyment.
That will
So
be good.
looking forward to that because that coincides with moving entertainment back out there too. So your Friday and Saturday night entertainment will move back outside, weather permitting.
Well, the weather's been pretty good lately.
That's it. Now if we do have a day it's 110 degrees, we'll move it in the ballroom. But looking forward to that, getting back outside. Really, it's either the ballroom is either, too big of a room for the band being in there, or the sandwich is too small to have the band in there. So the veranda is just perfect, and everybody loves it. So really looking forward to getting back out there.
Good deal.
Another thing that's coming up is something that you guys have all received in the mail, or should have already by now, is the audit mailer. Now, this is the audit for 12/31/23, so last year's audit. It'll come out, again, it mailed out to you. For those of you that are in sub-associations, it's mailed out with the master. So you'll get one package that'll have both inside of it.
Good deal.
So, again, if by chance you don't receive it, please contact the office and we
Yes.
can get you a copy.
And we do have those online, I think.
Right, they are on the
And
website.
also at the main office, we have some copies there for you.
That's it. One other thing that coincides with spring, especially for the subs, is the start back of our monthly walkthroughs, of our landscape walkthroughs. So the subs, we do our walkthroughs from March through about November. Then December, January, February is kind of the non-growing season. So we kind of take a little hiatus there, but we are back in full effect. So any of those that live in subs, if you do have any landscape issues, we are out there once a month doing a walkthrough. Please contact the office with any issues you may have. With the Master Association, there is no hiatus for those. We do those every month.
That's it.
More so on the lines of clubhouse walkthrough and common area rather than landscaping, because we do have the common area committee that takes care of that monthly.
And I would give a shout out to Doug Swenson.
Doug Swenson and his
Yes.
committee, they always do a great job
do.
with that, making sure that they go through the clubhouses, making sure they go through all the common area, the 1,000 acres that we have here at Sun Lakes. So kudos to that committee.
Yes.
They do a great job. So that's kind of it, kind of the things that we're getting back into now that the flowers and everything are springing and we're getting back into summer.
And all the bees and all that.
That's
good
it.
stuff. Okay.
That's it.
So Jay, we've been busy not only with the election, age verification, helping the delegates through their items, helping committees through their items. We also have projects that we're working
We
on.
do. We have a few.
And this year, you might remember, ladies and gentlemen, that 2024 was a focus on common area, like the lounge, what we're doing at the pools. And then 2025 is going to be focused on some of the golf projects that have been deferred for many years. So for the lounge expansion, City of Banning has finalized the permit. I was actually able to go down there. And that's what we just need to do is go visit, because sometimes the phones don't work down there. But we were able to go down there and physically talk to them face to face and get that permit. Fees were paid on that. Demolition work began April 23rd. So I know, ladies and gentlemen, you were wondering, well, the room was empty. Well, we had to close April 1st to pull all of the phones, all of the furniture out. We had hoped to that following week in April, the second week, to start the demolition. But of course, we ran into some hiccups with the permitting process, getting some last signatures. And I know that the city, there were some issues with staff not being or on vacation, and that kind of delayed the process. But we are glad to say that it is moving forward. Project's target completion date is August 2024. Another thing that we've been working on is this CCNR amendment that the community approved. As a reminder, this was the Repair and Replacement Replenishment Fund, that for new homes that are sold after this date, not only will they pay the $950 fee, they're also going to pay, I believe it's 6 months worth of assessments. You have your option of paying it at that time through ESCO or for the, I think it's the first 12 months.
9 months.
9 months, I apologize. See, that's why Jason's here. He keeps me in line. 12 months to pay that back. Usually most people will pay that through the ESCO process. Now, that was a big hurdle of just getting the election and the overwhelming support from the community. Thank you. The second piece of it, per our governing documents, is that we must go out to the first mortgagee, the first lenders on properties. Now, luckily, there's not 3,327 banks we have to. It's surprisingly only about 1,700 banks. So, a mix between people that own their house outright and some that have a mortgage on it. Or reverse mortgage on it. And so about 1,700 letters had to go out to these first lien holders. And what it does is says there was an election, not election, there was an amendment to the CCNRs, and it requires your approval. Now, what's good, ladies and gentlemen, is a no response from the bank is a affirmative vote of approving it, in essence. So if they don't return it, it gets done. Now, the bank can write their dissension of it, say basically, I don't agree with this. And then the total amount is then reviewed at the end. May 25th, I believe, is when all the ballots have to be returned back to the inspectors of election from these first lenders. And then the vote takes place. The results will be given to us. Pretty much, we kind of think, based on what other communities have done, there's really not there's not a lot of response from first lenders on this. So we are thinking, knock on wood, maybe it's the smell of the flowers, my allergies are bothering me, but we should get a response from our inspectors of election that here certified this, you can record it with the county. So once it's recorded with the county, it will take effect. So we're looking about June is when this fee will go into effect. I will be giving more updates at the May open session because I know this is a hot topic for a lot of real estate agents who are currently in the process of selling homes. They want to know when this fee is going to start. So that is looking at June. I think Jason talked about South Clubhouse Pool. We'll close May 6th. We're looking at about 2 months of being closed while we do the plastering, the decking, some paint. Very good. We got the dehumidifier put in, so that helped out a lot. But really, there's been a lot of credit to you and the recreation team and Mark Schleiden. We're taking care of the equipment down there. We've done some painting down there. We'll be addressing some other little maintenance issues. But this pool, it's really going to look like a great facility. We've got great facilities here, but it's just keeping them updated and clean, and that's what we're going to do on this. As Jason said, the North Clubhouse Pool, we just walked by it on our way to the studio here. Looks beautiful. It's ready. I'm ready to see the members enjoying it, and then our main clubhouse. So again, with those projects, there's some little small miscellaneous projects as well. You can find those on the management update that is done monthly. Right now, we've been a little behind, of course, with everything that's been going on. The January and February management report is out now. You can go on to the website, go to the main office for a copy if you'd like. The March one is in. I'm working on it right now and hope to get that to the membership soon. So with that, what else we got going on, Jay?
Oh, big thing coming up the week of this recording here, Chris, is the delegates meeting.
That's true. May 2nd,
they're
Thursday.
Start up May 2nd. As you've talked before, I know in Coffee with the GM you've talked about as well, is this is going to be a unprecedented year that we haven't had in a
no
very
Joe
long
Firmino.
time. No Joe. So Joe will not be running for the chair this year.
Right.
So it opens it up to 23 others that can.
Right. Can I just interject here on the process?
Of course.
Because there seems to be some confusion. The process has always been is nominate from the floor. The delegates, not the members, the delegates, the 23 delegates, get to choose who they would like to be their chairperson and vice chair. And that requires nominations to occur from the floor. Anita Lawrence, we were just doing coffee with the GM. Anita Lawrence can be nominated if people want to nominate her. There were 3 people that stood up at the April 10th election. We had a little meeting right after the election. I hope you didn't miss it, ladies and gentlemen, but 3 district delegates who were elected got up and expressed interest in being the delegate chairperson. Now, and their names are on the agenda.
Right, Chris, and that falls in line with a motion that was seconded and approved by the Delegate Assembly
in
back
February.
in
February, by the delegates, that they wanted a little special meeting to find out who might be interested. So they got to know before the May 2nd meeting who was interested. So it wouldn't embarrass anyone if they weren't picked, or, they wanted to know who was interested. Now, that doesn't prohibit people who may not have stood up that day from getting nominated. That's the process. Nominations from the floor. So the agenda will kind of go out. I'll call the meeting to order because there's no chairperson. We'll do a roll call. We'll get and then the pledge. And then we'll go right into asking for nominations from the floor. Those 3 people who threw their hat in the ring that were interested, they can be nominated from the floor or not. New people can be nominated from the floor if the delegates wish. Again, only the delegates are participating in this. Once those nominations are done, Jason and I will go around. It will be a secret ballot. The delegates will write the name of who they feel they want to be the chairperson. Jason and I will collect those, and we will count them on camera, so you'll see us counting it, and we'll give the results. Once that result is known, that person who has been elected as chairperson will take the seat as the chairperson, and the meeting will revert to that person. The next item on the agenda will be that chairperson can select, and it's up to the chairperson. That's not a delegate decision, not a public decision. The delegate chairperson can select who the parliamentarian will be. The third item, once that is done, is then the election of the vice chair. So once again, we have to have nominations from the floor. Jason and I will go out, secret ballot, collect the ballots, count the ballots, and announce who the vice chairperson is. And that vice chairperson will take their seat next to the chairperson at the head of the delegate assembly. So then there's some other items. I think we have a charity item on the agenda. And if they have any new business, they can make a motion to add that. So looking back to, again, this be the first time since I've been here in 8 years. Joe Firmino has always been the chairperson. I'd like to thank Joe for his service to the community, his endless years of volunteering. Didn't get paid to be the delegate chairperson. Didn't get paid to take the hits and everything. And we really appreciate that, Joe. And this will be a new era, I guess, so to speak, of what happens. Hopefully, we can get back to how Joe used to run it with subcommittees, helping the board, helping staff on projects. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out, new technologies that are coming out, new things that we need to talk about, that the members communicate through their delegates, and then it can be discussed at the delegate assembly and a recommendation to the board. We need to get back to that, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the South Clubhouse, we used to do like a project. I think I talked with Anita Lawrence, with Frank DiNucci, back when he was living here and was a delegate, some of the projects he did. So there are countless others, but hopefully we can get back to that, working together and work on some projects.
That's right.
So that's the delegate assembly, and then I think we have some other meetings.
Thanks for the interjection there, Chris. The other big thing coming up.
Big interjection. That was a nice way. Big interjection.
The other big thing going on is the board meeting. Again,
yes.
We'll have that on May 22nd.
Yes.
Fourth Wednesday of the month. If there's anything that you residents would like put on that agenda,
Yes.
please let us know. We can contact us at least a week prior.
Yes.
We can always get you on the open session agenda.
Yes.
If there's a club or a group that needs something.
Yes, club, group, committees. Yeah. Committees, please turn in your recommendations to the board. Send it to Jason and myself. Again, a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
What we've had, the case is that recommendations or appointments to committees come in late, the day before the board meeting. We can't put it on the agenda. It's already too late.
Right. So now it's waiting a month until
Yes.
the next meeting
Yep.
because they could only be done at open session. So
Yes.
sometimes we're waiting a month for that. So again, get those recommendations in early. If you have any questions at all, please contact us.
Yes.
We'll be able to help you out with that. The other big thing going on this year, every 2 years we got to do it, and that's the age verification.
Yes.
So again, this is how we keep our 55 plus status. Every year, we're always in the jeopardy of losing it, and we don't want that to happen. Now, as it is now, you can be any age to buy a home, but right now we can restrict to who can actually live in that home. And the second we lose it, you guys, just like our liquor license, we lose
Yes.
our liquor license.
We're
Good
done.
luck getting it back. And
it.
that's pretty much how this is too. You open it up once, and you're going to have younger people moving in here, and then you're never going to get that 80-20 back again.
That's right.
So very important to get that turned in. You have until the end of June to turn it in. If you don't get it in by then, the board does have the option to fine you.
Yes, they do.
They can do that. They have done it in the past. But what we do is, June is that cutoff date. Anything after that, we enlist the delegates
Yes,
and
we
ask
do.
for their help and get them to go around, sometimes knocking door to door and collecting the forms for us and turning them in. Yep. But whatever we can do to get that 80% in is key. So keep a lookout for that. Some things have changed this year. This year we got some more information on there. We're asking for email addresses. We're asking for emergency phone phone number.
Key.
This is key for like EPAP as well. There's also some opt-in, opt-out questions on there. You can either opt out of EPAP or any communication there. You can opt out of association communication, or you can opt out of delegate communication. So make sure you look at those. If you want to opt out any of them, that's your choice. Keep in mind, though, if you do opt out, you are limiting the information you get from association and other areas of the community.
That's it.
So that's kind of the miscellaneous items that are coming up this month, Chris. Every month we're going to have more. So looking forward to next month.
So, ladies and gentlemen, again, look out for our email blasts, our Good Day Sun Lake notices, the calendar. Please take a look at the calendar. Make sure you're checking on that. That's where we give the most up-to-date information on events that are happening, concerts. Recreation's going to be busy. Recreation and food and beverage, because since Jason and I are kind of running the food and beverage operations, and Jason's running with Linda the recreation, we're going to be combining our efforts to try to make sure we're able to provide great entertainment, great events, great food, great drink with that. So look for that. And then, again, we'll be giving updates through the management report and the board meeting as well. We'll give some more updates of what's happening, some follow-up on some of these items. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this update with Jason Ewals, Christopher Mitchell. We want to wish you a wonderful day, good day, Sun Lakes, and the rest of the team. Take care.